Groups of unknown people have always kind of bothered me. I don't like being in large groups. It used to be like, crowds would get me all panicky inside because you don't know what a crowd is going to do. And crowds tend to become mobs. Well, in movies they become mobs, but in real life they don't mob very often. And that's kind of what I taught myself, that to really look at the probability. The probability is not that this group of people is all going to go crazy and start fighting or pull out a gun, and the probabilities are pretty slim that something like that's going to happen when you like walk in the mall or come in and out of at the fair. Crowds. You see, crowds used to really tense me up. I mean, I'd get really panicky. Not so much anymore. I still don't like groups. When the group's unknown, not as bad as I used to, but sometimes it's like sensory overload. If someone is talking to me, but there are a bunch of people walking around, I might not hear them right, or might not think clearly enough to answer them right away. It's like I move slow because these people are weirding me out. I used to say I'm not a people person, but that's not true because in an individual basis, a person, I like a person. It's when the group, when there's multiple people, that's when I tend to get weirded out. I still don't like groups of people I don't know. Sometimes even people I do know. If there's like a large group, like 10 people, even if they're like each one of them are my close friends all together, they're like, it tends to intimidate me a little bit. It's getting a little bit scary. Which may be why I talk to the camera phone and do vlogs by myself, because I don't like being around people so much. I'm not really sociable. I mean, I like social settings, but I like to stand at the side and watch people interact and watch people talk, and I tend to not get involved because I just kind of guy I am. I don't like to get involved. The reason this it really came to a head, and it's poignant for me today, is I was thinking about how my shift just changed at work. It wasn't my choice, but I'm trying to look at it positively. This Sunday, I switched from working overnights to working during the day, 5:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's a big difference. Big difference. I worked during the day before, and call center work during the day. I hate it. I mean, I don't like it overnight, but during the day, you tend to get. It's a different kind of call. It's a different call flow, and it's like out of the fire into the fire pit, or out of the pot, and I don't know how cliche works, but it's not good. But it's a change, and I look the work I think will not be cool, but I'll be sleeping better time. I'll be sleeping at night when it's dark. I'll be sleeping in bed with my wife. 7 nights a week, and not just 2.5 actually, because I tend to stay up a lot. So I'm not. I mean, it will be so that'll be a good transition. I'll still be able to have the evenings to get the girls from school and take care of them and all that, and so there's good stuff, and there's bad stuff. One of the bad stuff. Okay, the poignant. I gotta tie it together because I tend to jump. Not really a segue, but that was my segue into the fact that instead of getting used to about 40 people, 30 to 40 people overnight, because there are a lot fewer people, it's a different call volume, and so we don't have to have as many teams. There are 3 teams or less. Well, is it 3? No, there are 4 or less. We overlap on different nights. But so instead of getting to know 40 people and getting comfortable seeing them every once in a while, at lunch and breaks and walking around, and it's like 800 people. I mean, the call center during the day, there are more people, and there'll be more people that I won't know, I won't recognize, and it's got me a little bit uneasy, but I'm dealing with it. My question to anybody who watches my vlog who wants to respond, because I know somebody wants to respond eventually. Sometimes people do, but not. I don't as many comments as the threads aren't. Yeah. The question is, how do you deal with people? Just because I really struggled with dealing with people, and it's not just not just negative interactions, but also positive, because potentially they could be bad, and so I tend not to associate with people because I think something bad might happen. Potentially it could be a negative interaction, so I tend not to interact with people. My engagement conversations, they're not great. I mean, I'm getting better. I'm getting a lot better than I used to, but still have a long way to go. And then I'm a grown up, and I act like a little kid sometimes. Tell me, how do you interact with people? What is best? What are some tips and tricks for me to interact with people? And once I get comfortable on a personal one-on-one type thing, then I'll get on stage. Like I've been talking for 10 years, I'm gonna get on stage. Oh yeah, but I haven't done it yet because it's this fear of rejection or something. I think it's comfortable with people, comfortable with myself before I branch into something else. I think. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that.